every day, while you are working hard for money, there are people in Nigeria and across the world whose money is working for them. They are getting paid by top companies like Apple, GTCO, MTN, Netflix. In fact, this year alone, Dangote Cement has paid over 500 billion naira in dividends to people like you and I. How? They invested in their shares. Let's look at a few of our community members that we are paid. So Elon said, thank you, Jenny. Bought Apple stocks on the 5th of August and I have received dividends. You see a lot of people saying, me too, me too, me too. Okay, that's not all. Naomi said, Bua Cement just paid me dividend. I'm so excited. Thank you, Jenny. God bless you for sharing your knowledge with us. Okay, so somebody else said, wow, one of my shares at Afrinvest just gained 124.3%. Thank you, Financial Jennifer, for showing the quick way to success. God bless you and more. I just take profits now. Good morning, everyone. Received my Okomo oil dividend a few minutes ago. Thank you, F. Jenny. You are the best. Okay, last one. Somebody said, good evening, billionaire investors. I'm so happy I saw my dividend from Fidelity Bank sitting pretty in my account. Thanks, Financial Jennifer crew. I love you all. Listen, you are next. You know the crazy part? You don't need to be rich, a guru, or even know all the financial jargons to get started. If you are not investing in stocks yet, you are already leaving money on the table. And that cannot happen when you are in this community. So this Charter Stockbroker will break it down step by step so that by the end, you will know exactly how to start investing and making money from stocks, even if you've never done it before in your life, or you're already investing but you need more insight. And I'm going to be sharing my screen and show you how we are going to do it. So relax and ensure that you watch the video to the end. And if you're meeting for the first time, I'm Financial Jennifer, an investment banker, a chartered accountant, a chartered stockbroker, a licensed dealer in the Nigerian stock market, but most importantly, your money cheerleader. And on this community, we are all about the bag, investment, side hustle, money. If that's the kind of thing you love to hear, hit the subscription button right away. So first of all, let's understand what they mean when they say to invest in stock market. This is like you buying an ownership in the company, right? When you put your money in the shares of a company, you now have a stake, a tiny stake. You are part owner of that company. When I say Dangote is my business partner, not be Johnson, that is because I have shares in his company. So all his management, they are accountable to me. Yes, if they're having meeting or something, they're going to invite me to come and vote. It doesn't matter if I have only 10 naira in that company. So that's the whole idea of investing in shares. Whether they're making profit or loss, you partake from it. So what are the two major ways you make money when you invest in shares? Number one is dividend payment, which you saw some of the ones I read out now. Our community members that we have been paid dividend. So it's like this now. When a company makes profits, they can decide that a portion of that profit they made are going to share it to us that invested in them, because you're not doing charity work now. So as you're investing in this company, we're expecting something in return. Now, not all companies pay dividend, but some that do. Some pay once a year, some pay maybe twice, annual dividend, interim dividend. But there are also some companies like Apple that pays 4 times in a year. You just be on your own like this and you'll be getting alert. Hey God, when I get these emails notification from global companies all over the world that Jennifer in Lagos, Nigeria is getting paid by some of these top companies, wallahi, the feeling is on another level. One nigga, maka, seriously. So that is one way you make money when you invest in shares. The second way, which is the cocoa, which is how we are going to become billionaires. Amen. Oh, before we continue, please, I have one request. Could you please hit that thumbs button to like this video? It means so much to me. Just thumbs up. Thank you so much. Have you done that? Thank you. So let's continue. So the second one is value appreciation. Let me use for a typical example now. Okay, let's use MTN, the one all of us can relate to it. Remember, you're spending money on data, on airtime. You are complaining they're sucking your data. Are you making money back from them? You do that when you invest in their shares. So using MTN, for example, I remember December or even beginning of this year when I was mentioning it that MTN right then kind of dropped to like 170, 180, 200, right? I was like, let's buy it. So some of us that invested in it back then a few months ago, hey, you are in money, because right now MTN is almost 500 naira. It's like 400 and I think 470 the last time I checked or something like that. In fact, it's has gotten to like 490 or thereabout. What we bought 170, 180 just a few months ago, and that is the main way we make money. I remember even foreign companies, Nvidia, you had Nvidia making waves. My Nvidia is like 20 something dollars right now. It's got as high as like 100 and something and even more, right? Facebook, we bought like $300, $400 that year. Right now Facebook is over $700 and still growing. This is how we make money. This is how we are going to build this eternal wealth. Listen, the stock market has the potential to make you crazy wealth. Check all the richest men in the world. Most of them is through their ownership of their shares in their company. That's how their wealth is calculated. If they are doing this, why not us? Why not us? What are we waiting for? Don't worry, now you are here. I will show you exactly how. So now you've understand what investing in stock is about, how you can make money with it. But slow down small. Let's talk about the risk. There is risk, because the way you wake up one morning and see your 1 million invested is now like 1.5 or even 3 million. My sister and brother in the Lord, that is the same way you might wake up and you see that the same 1 million is now like 800k, 700k. It happens. So, but relax. Not to fear. The truth is that so far you are investing in solid companies. Yes, there is the price volatility that usually happens in the market. Maybe to have to do with things happening in the global economy. Like the time Trump and all this is trade wars and things were happening, in a way it affected the stock market. Even here in Nigeria, sometimes news can happen, things can happen, government policies can happen, maybe a conflict or when there is war or things like that. It can be anything. It can affect the prices of the stock market. In fact, by the time I started this video, the price of a particular stock might have changed up to 2 times. Yeah, it might have gone up, gone down, gone up, come down, and all. These things happen. But what I'm telling you is that so far you are confident in the companies you are invested in, you don't have to worry. We have seen so many market downtime. We have seen so many bear run. That is when the market drop. But over time, over the years, they still go back up. So that is one thing I need you to take note of. And based on that, please, if you are investing in the stock market, have a long-term horizon. Tell yourself that, in fact, this money I'm putting in the stock market, I don't need it anytime soon. So that when the prices come down, you don't have to worry. Me, I don't even used to check prices. My own is when I have money, I log in, bang, 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 what do I want to buy? I buy and move on. Now, that is where the beauty of dollar cost averaging comes in. What is dollar cost averaging? It just means buying at different price points periodically. Let's forget plenty grammar. So I can tell myself that every month, I will put 100k in the stock market, be it Nigerian stock, foreign stock. Now, what happens is that every time I get paid or every month my salary comes in, I will remove that 100k and push it into the stock market. I have particular stocks I'm planning to build. Like personally right now, I have a target to build to a certain level, like at least 100,000 units in the top Nigerian banks, right? Don't worry, it's going to happen. So if I say I want to buy GTCO now, what that means that every month I carry my 100k, I put in GTCO, I move away. Every month I carry 100k, I put in GTCO, I move away. Maybe until I reach my target. Now, as I'm doing this, month 1, I might jam GTCO at like 80 naira. Month 2, I might jam it at 90 naira. Month 3, I might jam it at maybe 50 naira. There are different price points, but then there will be an average level. Okay, let me bring it down. The first time I bought Owando was like 4 naira. But over time, I've gone ahead to buy it at different prices, 20 something, 30 something. Even the one I bought recently, like before this, I think I bought yesterday, the price currently was, I think, was it 50 something naira if I'm right? I also bought. So now if you ask me my average price of Owando, I think my average price is now like 20 something, right? But remember, I also bought some 4 naira. I also bought some 50 naira, 70 something naira. Okay, that is dollar cost averaging. This is to say when is the best time to buy. Don't time it. Don't wait for when it will come down or when it will go up. When you have money, my dear, just invest. So now we've understood all of these things. Let's move to the next part of how. What do you need to start investing in shares? Number 1, you need a brokerage account. Yes, if you are looking to invest in Nigerian stock market, you need a brokerage account. You can open one with any of the stock brokers. And when you do that, they're going to create a CSCS account for you. Here in Nigeria, there's so many stock brokers around. There is Afrinvest or 2.0, there is Mary Stem, there is UCAP, Stanbic. Many of them, most of them have their app you can sign up with, right? So create accounts, provide your KYC and everything. They will generate CSCS for you. Once you have CSCS, you can go ahead and invest. If you're looking to invest in global companies, US companies, if you are in Nigeria, there are platforms like Bamboo, Optimus by Afrinvest, Trove, and so many of them you can use. And if you are abroad, depending on the country you are in, there is the likes of Trading 212, World Simple, and so many other platforms you can use abroad to invest in the US stock market. So regardless of where you stay, find the platform that works. I'm also going to link some of them in the description in case if you want to download and sign up. And the next step is to fund your wallet. Now your account is created, move in money. If you're in Nigeria and you want to invest in US stock market, of course you know it's in dollars, but you don't need dollars to do that. If you have dollars, fine, you can deposit your dollar. If not, no problem, deposit your naira and then swap it to dollar. Don't worry. Remember, I told you I'm going to share my screen and show you these things in action, live and direct. And then now your account is funded. Next step is to research the companies you want to buy. I believe that maybe you probably have companies in your mind, companies you use every day, companies that you know their fundamentals are strong. Yes, that is the time to look at this company. Don't just say, because everybody is saying it's blowing up, this one, they're hyping it and all. There are things you look at. Number one, how innovative is this company? I really love that because times are changing, things are changing fast. Is this company able to adapt, right? What is the sentiment about them in the market? How loyal are their customers? What are the expert analysts saying about them, right? So you want, if you can get their reports, if you go to their website, most time on the investor relation part, you can see their financial statement, is their revenue growing and all of that analysis, the technical analysis and all. But let me tell you something. I don't know if I should be saying this, but if you are a beginner, please don't let all of this, I don't know how to research companies, slow you down. One thing I will suggest is, can you sign up to platforms that offer stock recommendations, right? Because it's assumed that experts has reviewed this stock. Now you have a list, they've recommended this, and you can now look at it. Oh, they say I should buy MTN. Why am I buying MTN? MTN, they're number one in Nigeria, even Africa, when it comes to providing telecom services. That means regardless of tariff increase, this, that, they will still be making their money, right? So based on what they have given you, you can check the companies, read up on them and invest. In fact, not long ago we did a detailed workshop on investing in the Nigerian stock market. We didn't only share screen and show you step by step. We had an expert stock analyst do research and give us a list of recommended stocks we could buy. If you want to just comment stock class, I'm going to share you the replay link that also comes with the list of stock. I think it's only 15K or thereabout, less than $10. So comment stock class to get it. So now you already know the companies to invest in. Here in Nigeria, banking sector does really well. The likes of GTCO, Zenith, and food. Hey, don't sleep on food. There is a reason that the Presco stock I bought not long ago has done more than 100%. Food will always be a big one. Then abroad, look at those solid companies that we know that have stood the test of time. The Apple, them, the Microsoft, and the likes of them. So are we good? Now you know the companies. Go do your research and find out the companies to invest in. Or when you get our stock recommendation from our previous class, remember, comment stock class, I will send you the link. So next step is to actually invest. So I'm going to go into my app now and show you a bit of how you can do that. For the purpose of this, I will use Optimus by Afrinvest. I'm going to invest in foreign stock. Which stock should we invest in? Okay, let's do Apple. So we are going to invest in Apple right now. Depending on the platform you use, it's usually the same thing among all of them. So when I come into my Optimus app, first of all, you need to make sure you have money. So you go to wallet. If you don't have money, you can just do fund. Go ahead and fund the best way you prefer. Yeah, normally I use bank transfer. So once I send this money, when I send money to this Swimmer account, automatically it reflects in my wallet. Okay. So now let me swap it from naira to dollar. So I will click on swap. This is the current exchange rate. If I'm fine with that, I will do accept and continue. How much do I want to swap? So let's say I want to swap 20,000 naira. That's going to give me about $12 plus. I will review. If I'm fine with it, I will click on swap. Now we have $12 or thereabout to invest. Got it? So I'm going to come to home. When you come to home, click on invest, right? So you see US stock, open US stock. Now the market is closed. Yeah, that's one thing. Here in Nigeria, for the Nigerian stock market, it opens between 9 a.m. to that kind 2:30 p.m. For US stock market, depending on where you are, if you're in Nigeria, US stock market opens around that kind 2 p.m., 3 p.m. to like 9, 10 p.m. in the night. I'm recording this video early in the morning, so the US market is not yet open. That's why you are seeing market close. But I would advise, if you want to do, just this when the market is open, right? But I will go ahead and invest. When the market opens, it will now execute. So remember, we already have money. I will go to search, this search button up there. We say we want to buy Apple. So let me search for Apple. This is Apple. I will open it. So right now, Apple is currently selling at $232. So if you go down, you will see some details of Apple and everything. Then if you are fine with everything you see, you have to go and click on buy. As you can see, I already have Apple, so it's showing me buy more. I'll click on buy more. How much do I want to buy? Okay, we have I have $40. I already have money in here before, so I will tap on $12. It's $12 with swaps. Review order. If I'm fine with this and the charges, I'll just click on place order. Buy order place. You successfully place a market buy order for so units of Apple. Congratulations, we just invested in Apple. Simple and sweet. And if you want to sell, right? If I want to sell, very simple. When I come back here, you see sell. Click on sell the exact same way. How much on do you want? I can say $12 worth. Review order. Once you look at it and you are fine, you place order instantly. It's selling. It's not the one that like real estate, you have to go and find agents and find buyers. No, this one is instant. You buy and sell. So now we know how to invest in stock. Some things I need you to take note of, or some mistake people usually make. The number one, like I already mentioned it before, please have a long-term horizon. Be patient. If you're looking for quick investment, Jenny, I want the one I will come and do sharp. My dear, it's not stock market. It may end in tears, because by the time you need your money back, the market might be down at that point. So it's not a get rich quick something unless you are trading. Number two, as much as you can, try to diversify a little bit. Don't say, they said this company is doing well. You now carry all your money and dump inside, right? No, if you can, just do a little bit here. You can also try different industry. Oh, let me do banking. Let me do food. Let me do oil and gas, right? Diversify a little bit. And also think of ETFs, right? ETF is like a pool of different companies in one. I have a detailed video on ETF. I'm going to link it on the description to where I explain what that one is all about. It's also stock, but a basket of different stock. Why I love it is that one now is diversified, because one ETF you can have up to like 500 companies in one. So please don't dump all your money in one. At least you can start with maybe 5 and target like 10. Okay, it's not bad. You can have as high as 20 something, right? But don't shag now go and put money everywhere. And again, please don't panic when you see prices dropping. That is a problem. In fact, one of my oldest clients, oh my God, an amazing man. So he was telling me one time that, Jenny, if not fear, he would have been a billionaire in dollars, so because it says in the US that if not fear, he would have been a billionaire from the stock market. But you know how these things are. Back in the days, they'll be telling you, when the market drop, fear, they will pack my money, they will go and sell out everything. At that point, selling at a loss. Now, people that know what's up, that is the time they pack. Remember what Warren Buffett says? When everybody is panicking, when they are fearful, be greedy. When they are greedy, be fearful, right? So don't start panicking and be selling at a loss when a market drops. Tell yourself that, no, I know the companies I invest in. These two shall pass, because trust me, it always does. I use example with I use MTN for example. Remember, before that December, I told you it dropped to like 170. MTN has gotten as high as like 200 or 250, if I remember right. Before it retraced, dropped 200, 180. People are sending me DMs. Jenny, MTN, should I sell? What is going on? The same MTN is almost at 500 today. So please don't panic and make that kind of mistake and sell when prices drop. So who is ready to build a solid stock portfolio? Here we are. And again, something else. Don't be those people that I bought a stock 100 naira, it has gone to 120, bam, they sell and take 20 naira profit. It gets to 150, bam, they sell. Unless you are trading, But for me and mine, it's a long-term game. We let compounding make us the big money. You bought a stock at 100, it gets 150, bam, you've run and go and sold. That same stock can still get to 500, still get to 1,000, right? So don't sell prematurely, just let it be, let it compound. And there you have it, how to start investing and making money from the stock market. Now, we are not done. You have a to-do. You have assignment. Number one, if you are new, you don't have any app, go and download a platform. In this community, we do not just learn, we apply. So yeah, that's your first assignment. Get the app, sign up, not just download. Go ahead, provide your KYC, sign up. Yes, then pick like just 3 companies you want to start with. 3 companies. If you got our replay from the previous stock class, we have recommendation of up to 7 companies. Pick just 3 and start. If you need it, comment stock class. I will share the link to you. Start and invest in that. And then don't stop there. Commit to learning. Anyway, you're already a member of this community, so we do different, and we stay on trend. When there are things happening in the market, sometimes I try to share, right? Don't just do once and run away. Be topping up. That's the goal. Some people will say, Jenny, I have 1 million, I invest. That's not the end. The goal is that occasionally you are able to top it up. Give yourself a target. Tell yourself that Apple, I want 100 units of Apple. Netflix, I want 20 units of Netflix before the end of the year. Give yourself a target and watch yourself build these millions you are talking about in the stock markets. You already know, investing in the stock is not for the rich alone. It's for everyone that is committed and willing to wait it out. And remember, the earlier you start, the better. Because the older you get, that is at a certain age, retirement age, you want to start reducing your exposure to stock. But now you are younger, or now you are actively working, see what you can do. So come and let me know in the comments, what's the first stock you are thinking of buying right now, right? Like when you get to your app, what is the first stock you are going to buy? Let me know in the comments. Let's have an interesting conversation. And remember, in this community, we have other investments like the ETF I mentioned, treasury bills, palm oil, different investments I have done videos on. I'm going to link them on the description. Meet you there.